We'll be operating vaccinated cruises. The experience will be like our guests know and expect. Cruising with Holland America will be like normal, with full dining, entertainment, poolside lounging, and shore excursions. Our team members cannot wait to welcome the guests on board. We appreciate everyone coming out today to support Holland America Line. We're excited to get back to cruising. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gus, and we're very pleased to have with us this morning. It's my honor to introduce the Mayor of San Diego, Todd Gloria.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, everybody. It is great to see everybody in public. You look fantastic. Your full faces look amazing. I'm here to say very simply, San Diego tourism is back, everybody. Isn't that a great thing? And this is a great way to mark that particular occasion. I'm so pleased to welcome Holland America back to our beautiful port of San Diego. You know, this is yet another sign in the resurgence of our economy post-pandemic, and that we're launching a new and safe travel options for people to recreate in our city, to come to San Diego and to have a good time. You know, the Port of San Diego is our region's gateway to the world. And San Diego Bay offers passengers front door access to one of the greatest cities in the entire world. I'd say the greatest, but I know I'm a little biased. You know, Holland America, as has been mentioned, has been operating out of San Diego for more than 30 years because our cruise terminals are ideally situated so close to our downtown hotels, to restaurants, to attractions, to our international airport. There's so many reasons to come to San Diego. Holland understands that, and we appreciate the partnership, the relationship, particularly at this critical time for our tourism industry. And I will tell you, really to anyone who's listening, there's more reasons than ever to visit San Diego. Just to name a couple, in the last week, this has been an opportunity to do a lot of fun things in San Diego. First, to watch the most fun team in baseball, our San Diego Padres, kicking off their reopening of their season this weekend with an incredible win at Petco Park, just a few blocks away. This past Saturday, I had a chance to go enjoy a San Diego Loyal soccer game at my alma mater, University of San Diego. Yeah, right on USD, go Toreros. The San Diego Zoo, Balboa Park, and SeaWorld are all reopening back to full capacity, which is so exciting. We will soon have the full-scale launch of a new, incredible, world-class venue right here on our port, the Shell, just down the street. If you haven't checked it out yet, you don't know what you're missing. You want to go see an event there as soon as you possibly can. And these are all the big-scale events. That is in addition to our world-class restaurants, who now feature outdoor dining that everyone loves, right? With world-class food in a perfect climate, all right here. I was just talking to a young man from Boston. He's happy. His first time in San Diego, and I don't think he's going back, is my guess. That's what we have to offer as an attraction. That's what we have to offer as a brand. That's what we are as a city. As a native San Diegan, it's in our DNA. We are a place of hospitality. We love welcoming people to our city. And while the last year has been certainly difficult, it is good to be back in the saddle when it comes to travel and tourism. Again, I want to extend my appreciation to Holland America, and particularly for your work with our 35 local vendors. You highlighted one of our best here locally. I appreciate you not only bringing people to town, but to directing them towards some of our incredible institutions, businesses, and local vendors, helping keep that money local, helping employ more San Diegans. Our tourism economy helps power our overall economy and helps put a whole lot of San Diegans to work. That makes me really happy. Another huge thank you goes to Sharp Healthcare, who, as you've mentioned, is providing Holland America's crew members with their second dose of the COVID-19 Pfizer vaccine. I'm Pfizer vaccinated. I'll vouch for it. Mayoral endorsed Pfizer. Get it if you haven't gotten it already. And really, honestly, whatever the vaccine is, COVID, Pfizer, J&J, Moderna, get vaccinated, everybody. If you want your kids back in school, get vaccinated. If you want to go to your best venues and dining opportunities, get vaccinated. If you want to see fewer homeless people on the streets, allow us to reopen our shelters without social distancing. Get vaccinated. It is all connected, and we all have a responsibility to get vaccinated as quickly as possible. Lastly, I want to acknowledge Michael Zucchett and the entire team at the Port of San Diego. I recognize that the port has been hard hit by the pandemic, but days like today really signal that that is now in the past, and going forward, it is full steam ahead. That was for you guys. And I appreciate particularly what the port does to focus economic vitality on our waterfront. You know, this is beautiful on any given day, but you have to have a Port of San Diego here curating it, working with folks, bringing more attractions. You hear those jackhammers because we're bringing more stuff down here to the waterfront that tourists and San Diegans alike can enjoy. And I encourage folks to come do that. And last, but certainly not least, my friend Julie Corker at the San Diego Tourism Authority. Let me just be really clear. I know a lot of folks here work in the tourism industry. You are amongst the hardest hit by the pandemic. Many of you have been at home for months and months and months. You've struggled with PPP and EDD and all of these other organizations. And I know so many of you are excited to get back to work. I'm excited as well. And I appreciate you guys for what you do, for your patience over the last year. And I hope that today, thank you again to Holland, you got a sense of the fact that we're coming back strong, and it is going to be a great year ahead here in San Diego. So to everyone, San Diego, you've been resilient, you have been strong, you have made me proud. I will tell you, the best days are ahead, everybody. Get vaccinated and then get on down to the waterfront and see the very best of San Diego. And again, many thanks to Holland America for giving us this great day with this great weather. Spread the word out to everybody, everybody. San Diego is back. Tourism is open for business, and we are excited here in America's finest city. Thank you all very much.
Thank you very much, Mayor. So we're obviously beyond excited to hear the news this morning from Gus and Holland America line. This is really happening. And, you know, Gus mentioned Holland America line alone is planning 40 home-ported cruise calls here. Each one of those generates about $2 million in economic activity for our region. Every time a cruise ship starts and ends its journey here, as Holland America does so often. So in addition to being good for all the things that the mayor mentioned, all the tenants and visitor serving industries within, not only within this immediate area, but throughout San Diego, have really missed cruising. And we have been, in fact, shut down since March of 2020. And if you start to multiply the economic impact of those home-ported cruise calls, as well as the cruises that don't necessarily home-port here, but just stop by here, we have lost out as a region on $280 million of economic activity since March of 2020. So I appreciate the mayor. He's always optimistic and forward-thinking, and we are too. And it's just that also makes the point, though, in looking back at how much has been lost in just one type of industry throughout this pandemic. So now, with more people being vaccinated, cruise line employees being vaccinated, we're getting back to normal. And we realize it's not going to happen all at once, but when you think we've been at zero for how many months we've been at, to have this amount of activity, not only from Holland America line, but from our other cruise partners, we expect to have somewhere in the neighborhood of 60 or 70 cruise calls here, and that number could go up or down a little bit depending on how quickly things happen. And that includes Disney, Princess, Celebrity, and Holland America line. The Port of San Diego is the third busiest cruise port behind Long Beach and Los Angeles. San Diego is the gateway to the Mexican Riviera, Hawaii, Panama Canal, as Gus said, up and down California and the Pacific Coast. And so for some more good news, as Gus mentioned, currently we have two berths here for cruise ships. One of them has shore power, and what that means is when one of these, massive floating cities comes here, they need to keep power. And if they don't have shore power, they have to keep their diesel engines running while in port. And that's not good for anybody. That's not good for greenhouse gas emissions. That's not good for the surrounding communities. So the Port of San Diego recently committed about $4.5 million to do a second shore power project here, so that when there are two vessels in port here, all of them will be on shore power, which is consistent with our goals. Sure, that's worth a... And so doubling that shore power, again, is good for our community, good for our air and our air quality and the neighbors around the port, and consistent with the goals and ethics set out by Holland America line and other cruise lines that have a focus on that as well. our partnership with Sharp Healthcare has already been mentioned, and I just want to reiterate what the mayor said really well, and I can't improve on it. But you know, all of us, our health as individuals, as a community, as a region, as a country, our ability to get back to business, our economy's ability to thrive, is dependent on ending the pandemic. And ending the pandemic is happening because of vaccinations. And so the cruise ship industry is leading the way, and we're happy to partner with them, getting their crews vaccinated, making sure passengers are safe and healthy, and that's the way we're all going to come back. And so I appreciate the mayor's words about that, because that's just the way it's happening. So thank you again for everybody. I want to recognize our president and CEO, Joe Stuyvesant, who's also here today, and many of the port staff members who, as the mayor kindly said, work so hard to work with our partners in the cruise industry and everywhere else in terms of maritime business on the port to make these things happen. And finally, I want to introduce Julie Coker. She's the president and CEO of the San Diego Tourism Authority.
What an awesome day, right? This weather does not get old. It's my distinct honor to be here today to celebrate the return of Holland America Line to San Diego. It is yet another indication that brighter days are ahead. And those brighter days are honestly a welcome sight for all of us. I do not have to remind anyone here how hard the last 15 months has been. Really short. 70,000 folks in our industry sat on the couch for about 13, 14 months. We went back to visitor spending level of 2001, 9/11. We lost 55%. We went from $11.2 billion, $11.6 billion to 5.2 in a matter of 12 months. Nothing like this we've ever seen before. However, this announcement is just one more indication that we are moving in the right direction. Cruise ships deliver real economic impact to our region. The passengers stay in our hotels, they eat in our restaurants, they shop in our stores, they support small businesses, and they visit our world-class attractions. In short, they spend money. They help create jobs, and they put San Diegans back to work. They generate much-needed tax dollars, as the mayor talked about, to support city services such as fire, police, infrastructure, everything that we enjoy as San Diegans. They generate dollars that can be reinvested in our community. It's no secret that the cruise industry has long been an important part of our local tourism economy, and for us to come back, we need all sectors, including the cruise ships, to come back to San Diego. That's why this announcement that Holland America Lines is returning to San Diego is so exciting. It will continue to boost the leisure travel in our region, which was currently fueling our economy right now. In fact, in terms of hotel occupancy and average daily rates, San Diego has beat our counterparts like cities like San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Phoenix. If I were competitive, I would say that's what we do, right? We're currently one of the top 3 destinations in the country because of San Diego and all that it has to offer. And that's something that we should all be very proud of. And this vessel will just add to that. People want to come to San Diego because of all of the things that we love. Attractions, weather, natural beauty, but more importantly, the diverse and inclusive culture that we have here in San Diego. So I understand why Holland America Lines has chosen to return, and we're certainly fortunate to have them. Today, we are setting sail towards a full recovery, and we are so happy that Holland America Lines is a part of our crew. Welcome back. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie, and thank you to everybody. That concludes the speaking part of the event. Now, Julie, Gus, Todd, and I will be jumping in the bay, and we're going to swim. We're going to have a race from the Koningsdam. No, we're not doing that anymore? Okay, we will be available for interviews afterward, though. Thank you very much.